Magandang araw po sa lahat. Ako po ulit si Bobby Chua. Ako po ay isang insurance advisor. Yung video po natin ngayon is the second video. Maraming salamat po sa mga nag-watch ng first video. Hopefully may mga natutunan kayo doon sa first video. Etong video po ngayon is one of the most requested na video. So, ang topic po natin today is kailangan ba natin ng medical insurance sa New Zealand? Okay, and that's basically over and over again na tinatanong sa akin. So hopefully this video will answer that question for you. Okay, so before we jump to the main topic, as I promised, for every video, pipili ako ng winner of a $50 voucher sa mga nag-subscribe and nag-watch talaga ng videos for the insurance. So, since today is June 11, I've chosen the number 11 and nag-comment doon sa previous na video. And that's actually Mr. Tofi Abelgas. So, just reach out to me and then I'll organize the voucher for you. But thank you for watching. Now, before I jump to explaining kung kailangan natin ng medical insurance sa New Zealand, I think it's important na malaman ninyo kung ano ba yung qualification ko in terms of delivering this information to you. Am I qualified na mag-discuss nito? So, number one, I am a financial advisor. I'm regulated, I'm registered, but most importantly po, I used to practice as a nurse for, I think about 5 to 7 years. And nag-practice po ako sa Manukau Surgery Center as a recovery nurse. So Manukau Surgery Center is pretty much one of the largest hospitals in New Zealand in terms of the number of operations we do. Kasi lahat po ng ginagawa sa surgery center is just surgery. Kaya po siya tinawag na surgery center. At one point, Manukau Surgery Center was one of, well, actually, I think 2018, it was actually the number one sa Australasia in terms of the number of surgeries na ginagawa. Okay? So, it's a lot. Okay? So, I remember mga, I think, 70 to 80 patients yung nagagawa namin in 8 hours lang. Kasi we only operate between 8 to 4:30. So, yeah, umaabot. I remember the time na 80 patients, and that's a lot. In and out, in and out. So, yes, I'm qualified to discuss this because there's a lot of things na hindi nyo malalaman sa media, hindi dinidiscuss sa inyo because those are kind of like medyo political na. So, I'm gonna try to make this video as not biased as possible, but just remember this video is my personal opinion. Okay? The opinion of other people may be different sa akin, but I'll give you the things na I guess a deciding factor kung kailangan ba ninyo or hindi. So, to start with, ang una muna nating i-discuss is sino ba ang eligible sa libreng public health system. Okay? So, lahat ng naka 2 years working visa and above, residents, citizens, or kahit na meron kang 1-year working visa, then nag-renew ka ulit ng 1-year working visa, provided yung total ng dalawang 1-year working visa mo ay talagang saktong 2 years. So, what I mean by sakto? Yung end date, okay, so yung start date sabihin natin January 1, 2019. So, ang 2 years niyan is January 1, 2019. So, January 1, 2021. So, that's the 2 years. If yung visa na binigay sa'yo is January 1, 2019, tapos nag-end siya ng December 2020, hindi ka actually umabot ng 2 years working visa. So for that, scenario, hindi ka eligible for public health system na libre. Okay, so anything less than 2 years, hindi po eligible. So you have to pretty much pay out of your own pocket. They will still treat you, don't get me wrong, our health system is really good in a way na pagpasok mo sa emergency department, hindi naman tinatanong anong visa mo. Okay? It's anong simptomas mo. So that's the good thing about our public health system. Hindi siya nagdi-discriminate kung anong visa mo. So they will treat you, you just have to pay. Pero kung naka 2 years working visa ka and above, yes. So libre ka na. So ano ba yung libre mo? Okay. If kailangan mo ng surgery, yes, libre. If kailangan mo ng specialista, yes, libre. Kailangan mo ng mga CT scan, MRI, ultrasound, yes, libre. Kailangan mo ng blood test, yes, libre. Okay? So just to clarify, libre yung access. The only thing na kailangan yung malaman is there's what we call waiting period. So kung kailangan mo ng surgery, okay, bibigyan ka ng between 4 to 12 months depending on the priority level na nilagay ka, okay, ng specialista. So 4 to 12 months is quite a long time for someone waiting for a surgery. Okay, so libre, mag-aantay ka lang. Now, not only mag-aantay ka, hindi actually lahat ng may simptomas ang nakakapasok sa waiting list. And this is probably one of the information na you'll get from this video na hindi naman pala lahat makakapasok sa waiting list. So, meron pong screening or tinatawag nating criteria. Okay? Para ang isang doktor, like your GP, can refer you to a specialist, can refer you to have an ultrasound or CT scan. So, I'll give you an example para medyo maintindihan niyo. Okay. If pumunta ka ng GP mo and sinabi mo kay Doc, masakit yung ulo ko for 2 days na. Okay? And wala kang history. Okay? Sabihin natin wala kang history, pero 2 days na masakit yung ulo mo, ang gagawin ng GP sa'yo, kasi wala kang ibang simptomas, uuwi ka with pain relief. Okay? So, Panadol. Okay? Now, the most common na ngayon na ginagawa ng GP is, nagtatanong na sila, meron ka bang medical insurance? Kasi kapag wala kang medical insurance, then uuwi ka, observe mo lang, inom ka ng gamot. Kung meron kang medical insurance, you actually get investigated proactively. So, meaning to say, pwede kang mag-meet ng neurologist, pwede kang magpa-CT scan kung enough talaga yung justification. Now, if wala kang medical insurance for the same headache lang, kahit pa sabihin mo kay Doc na, Doc, feeling ko, baka may tumor sa brain ko kasi yung kaibigan ko, bago lang siya na-diagnose. So, medyo natatakot ako. That's actually not enough reason for your GP to refer you to the public health system para i-CT scan ka. Okay? So, sa New Zealand, hindi mo pwedeng sabihin kay Doc na, Doc, i-CT scan mo naman ako kasi feeling ko may ganito ako. Okay? That's not how it works. Sa New Zealand po, it's all based sa combination ng simptomas ninyo, and if papasok kayo sa criteria, doon pa lang kayo ilalagay sa waiting list. Okay? So, meaning to say, in order for you to have a CT scan on your brain, kailangan mo ng more than headache. Okay? So, it could be na few days or few weeks na yung headache mo with symptoms like nahihilo ka or maybe nasusuka ka. Okay? Or maybe nawalan ka ng malay. Okay? You need to have a combination. Kasi even if, sabihin na natin, ang bait ng GP mo, even if the GP said, okay, refer kita sa public health system, ibabalik pa rin ng hospital yan sa GP mo and say, look, why did you even bother sending this? We're not gonna do it. Kasi sobrang haba po ng waiting list natin na the priority is yung mga talagang kailangan. Okay? So, mas maraming symptoms, mas mauuna ka. So, that's just one of the scenario, kumbaga, about our public health system. So, mag-aantay ka sa surgery, 4 to 12 months. Mag-aantay ka sa specialist, again, 4 to 12 months. Specialist and tests, CT scan, ultrasound, it depends. But the bottom line is, mag-aantay ka ng few months. So, a lot of people don't know this, pero think about this for a moment. Let's just say you're female and may nakapakang bukol sa breast. Okay, so may nakapakang bukol sa breast, punta ka ng GP, and then the GP said, okay, lagay kita sa waiting list. Okay, pa-ultrasound tayo. Then let's say sinabihan ka na, okay, in 4 months time, ito yung date na pwede kang magpa-ultrasound. Okay, let's say nabigyan ka kaagad ng 4 months na date para makapag-ultrasound sa public health system. What is your guarantee? Okay, what is your guarantee na yung bukol na kapa mo is benign or meaning non-cancerous? What is your guarantee na for that 4 months period, okay, na hindi magpro-progress yung bukol na yan? What if yung bukol na yan, nung nakapa mo siya, by the time na nakapa mo na siya, was stage 3 cancer? What do you think will happen if hinayaan mo siya ng 4 months? Do you think your prognosis will be good? Or is it much better if na-diagnose ka agad siya for the first 30 days? So, yun po yung risk ng public health system natin ngayon. I'm not blaming the public health system. It's just that the population is growing. The budget, hindi na kaya. Okay? The government cannot spend more money na sa healthcare because healthcare is not the only industry na gumagastos sila ng pera. In fact, malaki na yung binibigay nila sa healthcare. They have to balance it. Pero because of the population growth natin, it's expected na it will keep, yung waiting list keep growing and growing. Okay? So, at the end of the day, medical insurance is a choice. Okay? Yes, it's optional, but for people na ayaw mong i-take yung risk na may simptomas ka, hindi ka man lang ma-investigate kasi hindi ka pasok sa criteria, or ayaw mo na mag-antay ng 4 to 12 months, then medical insurance is the answer to cover that risk. Okay? So, just another example. Last week, actually 2 weeks ago, yung anak ko, pumunta kami sa GP. I'm not gonna mention yung symptoms just so for privacy purposes, but yung symptoms na yon, it wasn't enough for us to see a specialist or to be referred to a specialist, but because the GP knows na, I'm an advisor and meron akong medical insurance, she already knew what to ask me. And she did ask me, do you want me to refer you to a specialist? So I said, yes. So, the next week agad, we did a test, a specific test na ginawa namin. Then, the following week, we met a specialist na kaagad. So, within 2 weeks, meron na kaagad kaming specialist, meron na kaagad kaming test na gawa. So, it gives us peace of mind. Okay, so ito yung plano namin moving forward for my child. So, yun po yung nagagawa ng medical insurance. Okay? Now, I'm just gonna look at my list here. Okay, so ano pa bang ibang benefits ng medical insurance? One of the biggest benefits ng medical insurance is non-pharmac na mga gamot. So, in New Zealand po, most ng mga gamot na madali kang gumaling ay hindi po subsidized ng gobyerno kasi po mahal. Okay? So, hindi kaya. So, ano ba yung mga gamot na yon? Keytruda. Okay? So, dati yung Keytruda, hindi nga siya subsidized for skin cancer, but it's the ideal drug para gumaling ka kaagad. So, nagrally yung mga tao behind one person na nagka-skin cancer kasi lumapit siya sa media. So, nabigyan siya. The government has decided kasi nga, kapag ka nagrally yung New Zealand, the government needs to think, okay, election is coming, we should probably do this. Okay, so it's all about politics. So yes, the Keytruda has been now na-subsidized na siya for skin cancer. Okay, but not for bowel cancer, not for lung cancer. So if you suffer lung cancer and bowel cancer, and Keytruda is the ideal na drug for you, you will still have to pay it out of your own pocket if gusto mong gumaling na maaga. Okay? So, ano bang cost ng Keytruda? For a private hospital, it's probably about $100,000. Okay? So, if may medical insurance ka, medical insurance usually, lalo yung mga top insurers, they pay up to $600,000 per year sa mga gamot na hindi subsidized ng government. Pero kung wala kang medical insurance, then you just have to figure out a way in terms of saan mo kukunin yung $100,000. So, kaya po tayo nagbabayad ng insurance premium, which is my next na topic. A lot of people think na mahal yung medical insurance kasi kino-compare natin siya sa life and critical illness natin. Now remember, life insurance, you only get paid kung namatay ka na. Meaning to say, isang beses mo lang siya makiklaim sa life ng policy mo. Critical illness, cancer, stroke, heart attack, very likely, isang beses mo rin yan lang makiklaim for the life of your policy. Kaya po siya mura. Okay? Now, medical insurance, every single day, lahat ng medical insurance companies po, nagbabayad ng hundreds of claims. So, doon lumalabas yung mga pera nila. So, in order for them na hindi sila ma-bankrupt, they have to be able to make the premium sustainable. Okay? So, dapat siya sustainable. So, ano bang medical costs ng premium ngayon for medical insurance? For a 36-year-old female non-smoker, you're probably looking at about, sabihin natin between $4 to $5 per day. Okay, for medical insurance. Non-smoker, 36-year-old female, mga $4 to $5. For kids, okay, less than 21 years old, it's about 80 cents to $1 per day. Okay, if you look at that way, hindi naman talaga siya mahal. Okay, so in my opinion, when people say, ang mahal ng medical insurance, for me, it's actually not mahal. I think ang tamang description po dyan is, hindi mo lang priority. Okay? Kasi madali namang gumastos ng $20 in a week for like an easy takeaway. Diba? Kain sa labas ng $40, mabilis lang. But, for some people na parang, ayaw ko ng medical insurance kasi, sabihin na $30 per week. It's more on priority talaga. At the end of the day, medical insurance was created para sa mga ayaw mag-antay, ayaw mag-take ng risk sa public health system. Okay? So, if you see value with medical insurance, then you get one. If you don't see value with medical insurance or hindi mo siya priority, then you don't get it. Okay? At the end of the day, medical insurance is optional naman. Okay? Now, there's the last thing that I want to discuss with medical insurance is there are two things actually na gusto ko lang i-clarify. Lahat ng medical insurance companies po, they don't pay for any emergency and acute. Okay? Ano bang ibig sabihin yan? Let's say life-threatening. So maybe nasaksak ka, nabangga ka, nagka-stroke ka, nawalan ka ng malay, sobrang sakit ng tiyan mo na hindi ka makatayo, makalakad, na talagang nasa floor ka, na talagang masakit na masakit. you go to public hospital kasi life-threatening po, uunahin ka. So, the reason why medical insurance companies don't cover yung mga emergency and life-threatening kasi they know sa public hospital, uunahin ka talaga. So, ang priority po namin sa hospital is talagang kung ano yung symptoms mo, life-threatening ka, you get the attention that you deserve. So, at this stage po, hindi pa po kailangan ng medical insurance companies to really step in for the life-threatening conditions kasi you will be looked after naman kapag ka life-threatening. Now, which comes to my second thought about the medical insurance is, so kung may medical insurance ka at pumasok ka ng public hospital, you don't say na, hey, may medical insurance ako, unahin mo ako. Okay, so that's just not how it works. Sa public hospital, talagang it's symptom-based ang priority namin. Okay, so, you know, if talagang malala ka, then you get the treatment that you deserve compared to the others na medyo minor lang naman yung mga simptomas nila. Okay, so I think that's all na mga information na kailangan natin malaman about medical insurance. Kung meron pa po kayong mga katanungan, feel free to comment sa video na to. If you haven't subscribed, you can subscribe if gusto po ninyo na ma-update kayo na every time na nag-drop ako ng mga videos to educate you about insurance. Just hit the subscribe button. As I've said in my first video, I don't have any plans to monetize the views. If ever man na ma-monetize yan, I'll be sending all profits to Good Heart Foundation, which is from Atilani Larson. So they help Filipinos in many ways, kumbaga. So yeah, feel free to subscribe. I'll still gonna choose another winner for the $50 for this video, which I will be announcing on the next video. Feel free to comment kung anong mga topics ang gusto niyong gawin ko and sasagutin ko with no bias for the next video. I'm thinking probably someone said Kiwi Saver, but yeah, feel free to throw more suggestions kung ano yung gusto ninyo. As always, I'm not biased to any insurance companies kasi po independent ako. So meaning to say, I work for my clients. I don't work for any insurance companies, pero may access ako sa kanila para maipasok ko yung mga clients ko. And just for transparency din po, actually, I'm gonna answer na yung very important question. Do we need medical insurance? Yes. Okay, I'm gonna be straight up front sa inyo. Do you need medical insurance? Yes. Okay, it's not about can you afford it, it's about priority. Okay, so do you need medical insurance? I'm always gonna be yes, and yes, I'm gonna be biased with my answer kasi I know kailangan ninyo. I can see where the healthcare system is heading, and it's heading backwards. Okay, now lastly, for transparency, kasi you might say, you're probably saying that kasi advisor ka at nag-offer ka ng medical insurance. I'll be upfront, I'll be honest. Medical insurance only pays us just over half ng nakukuha naming commission sa life, trauma, and critical illness. So kung pera lang yung habol ko, I'm not gonna be bothering medical insurance at all kasi ito yung maliit magbayad sa commission. Ito din yung matrabaho talaga. Most of my time nauubos sa pag-service ng pag-service ng mga clients ko na kailangan ng claims. I get claims like 3 to 5 claims a week sa medical insurance pa lang. Okay? So, if pera lang yung pag-usapan, that's probably the reason why you see a lot of advisors don't even bother medical insurance. And I can understand that kasi nga, matrabaho talaga siya. But for me, coming from the background of nursing, doon pa talaga sa medical surgery center, I see upfront yung mga nangyayari. Patients na book for surgery today pero namatay na pala a week or two kasi, nag-progress na yung disease. It's too late, okay? So, I'm doing this video just so to educate you. The decision for you to get medical insurance or not is really entirely up to you, okay? But any further questions, yeah, just drop it in the comment below. And if there's anything you disagree with, anything I said, feel free to drop into the video. I'm more than happy to read it and listen to you. And yeah, so thank you again for watching, and see you on the next video.